Appreciate it, bro. Thank you, babe. Hey, you know.
Oh God, that one we should went to sleep with. We scored his ass.
Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Checking in with the Gamecocks head coach before the game. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week it's a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world he belongs, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup.
Yeah, that's a good thing. You check your phone,
the Gamecocks ready to kick it away first. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Y'all gotta get that fruit punch, motherfucker.
They'll run it
from the like a fruit punch.
Got enough for the first. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
You want to convert two of them bitches, bro.
A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The run inside. It's Hill. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Going for it all. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Running inside, it's Hill. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Alabama Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Russell. Lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on
I
an
like
island,
this. 750
everybody
plays
won.
on
Get
this
the
dude now.
incompletion now setting up fourth.
And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Actually, you're alright, but I knew you were alright. Thought the shit would be different, huh?
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Now here's Sellers, starting to feel a little pressure. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Takes the easy completion.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it into ground or throw it down. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on third and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Man, that was a drive to forget right there. Like, they wanted to create some space, get out of their own end zone, and maybe flip the field, but that offense got nothing going, and they're going to have to punt from their own end zone.
Looks it in at the 40. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Tide offense rolls onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Keelan Russell escapes the pressure to his right. He throws back to the left side. Got it down the field. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense, is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And that, what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd and goal for this offense. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a 3rd down.
Motion from the back. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. 4th and goal from the 4. Tight end now in motion. A run for the quarterback. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the 1st down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big 1st down.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. And the Gamecocks in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Throws it deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the 1st quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Rushes on him. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on 4th down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself and keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
Makes the catch. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
Throwing, Sellers. Pressure coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Here's a heat. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
One final play before the end of the quarter. 4th down, Sellers. Now he's going to break the pocket. Intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Throwing Russell. Fires to the big fella. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job.
Finding some room. Got enough for the first. He's into the end zone. Touchdown tie.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Fires on the move. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season. And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Under fire. Zings it complete to the right. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Man, as a quarterback, too, after throwing picks, you just got to find completions to get the good mojo going, right? The very next drive. So he's getting to that right away. He's like, look, if it's not open downfield, where's my running back? I'm in the pocket. I can see him easy. Spit it out to him. Let's get some of those good vibes going again.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you and make big plays.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
No. How many times he hit? AZ, he said give him like 45 minutes or less.
25 minutes.
45 minutes or less.
Oh, big. There's no time meeting like this or cost.
He was going to take a step back because you can't.
I'm glad they added more. You can add more plays to this motherfucker.
Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold, and he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run it. It's Fuller. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. block that? How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Sellers. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Got it on the outside. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Touchdown, Gamecocks. A great catch and run for
Money
Sills.
and dope. Guns and
Lining up
clothes.
for the PAT.
Bitch, I want money to flow.
We finna get 2 of y'all after this
And
game.
with the extra point, every
Play
little
these
bit counts
warm-up
as they
games.
get
We finna
closer.
get to it.
So
Stampede.
that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they
Hey
capped the
man, I'm
drive
finna
with
go
a
take care of
4-yard
my
touchdown
grandma house.
pass.
Y'all ain't even gotta ask what I'm being back. Just did my shit back.
Bet.
And here's the
I tried
return.
doing the part on my phone, though. I don't know my goddamn logs in this shit.
He just
Where you finna go? You finna go to what's her name?
But as it
Yeah,
is, he
let's
gives
take
his
care
team
of
a
the
lot
I ain't
of
going
momentum
all the way
with a
though. I
solid
gotta go do my
return.
grandma.
The Tide ready to roll on
Probably like
offense.
45
They
minutes.
saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. In a
Yeah.
competitive conference like the
Some
SEC, you
food,
just
and we
can't
finna get
afford to
straight
start
to
0-1
it.
if you want to chase a
Stampede.
championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've
Huh?
got to
JP
set
said he
the
wanna
tone
play today.
early. It's all about creating momentum
No.
out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
It's a draw. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
She perfecto. Shot a little
Well,
one
the
in my
defense missed on that
dog.
last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Russell. He lost it high and deep down the left side. That ball is intercepted at the goal line.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions.
I'm
That
making it
time,
play good.
poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football.
Why they
It'll
got
be
hair?
second
They
down.
dive in the same
I think a
fucking
big reason
formation
this
3
offense is
times.
struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's
Yeah,
negative.
it really ain't. I
They're a
ain't
big
really seen no
component, man.
bad
They've got
plays
to get
yet.
some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel.
Oh
this
yeah,
defense
like when you
to
run
keep
the
it in
motion with the
middle
jet sweep and it's a play action pad, yeah, that shit. Yeah, that
on 3rd and long, try to convert through the air.
yeah, that shit don't be working.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Offense still out there lining up quickly on 4th down. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half.
I'm putting a lot of pistol in my shit this year. Yeah, pistol in that. You gotta have a little eye, just a little bit.
downs in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense.
He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls.
Damn, who you playing?
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down.
But she don't
He
line.
wants to throw it again. He's got his man. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it.
No.
He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They're moving quickly after that big fourth down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Gain of 6. They're looking at third and 4.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. That falls incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to be.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with.
I was finna go and download that college, man.
Rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Fires to the middle.
You need some on college.
Hang on. Almost had the interception.
I'm getting some downloader right now.
What did he, a shot?
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Who be running that?
Punt is in the air. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20.
About this shit. Fuck. It is what it is.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Keelan Russell. Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. Snags it on the right. Running free. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with UAB taking on the number 18 team, the Navy Midshipmen. And it's the Blazers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset.
They took that other goal line shit off, Justin.
Crazy. They do got the running back goal line on that bit. The run formation like Tim Tebow.
Where they bitch at? Because I'm on goal. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm on my playbook. My bad. I was looking for that bit.
I got that bit and that bit.
It starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special.
I think took that shit off, boy. I was gonna say, what?
Executing at a high level.
And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just turned in completion. So 3rd in California.
Yeah, I've been trying different shit every game. I ain't been one good.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Oh, a double pass.
That ain't even.
He'll try to do it himself. Out of the shadow of his own goalpost there. Pickup of 10 gets it out to the 11.
You got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down.
That's crazy.
On 4th down, looking to pass.
Get rid of some of these shots.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity, on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
With the run on 1st and goal. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They want to run this quarterback. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! These guys are really hitting their stride in Week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode. Right? I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be
you
who they
gotta
are
send
and
it
stay
to
consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
Makes a deep grab. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
The Gamecocks have this offense rolling. Back to throw, it's Overton.
He be dead serious.
He's got his man across the middle.
Man, when I blitz as a defense, I want to get home. I got to get to that quarterback, get him on the ground, not hit him as he's throwing it, and he gets it off right here. Just a split second too late. Didn't get to the quarterback at enough time.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He
Brandon,
had
you
a
got
touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And to get rid of it quickly. And make the connection.
Nah, he quick.
I can't wait for you to get. I'm gonna bust you up. I already know I'm gonna bust you up on that motherfucker.